hello, how are you? I hope you are well. For those of you that are new to me, my name is Janine Esperand and I'm the founder of Lightbox Coaching, where I help women to build careers that they love whilst raising a family. Now, this evening I just finished running a webinar where I was talking about the 4 simple steps to take so that you can find work that you love beyond motherhood. And I finished running the webinar and I just shared the replay with the participants, and I thought I should just come and share some of this with the people on Facebook. And so I'm hopping on to share with you just part 1, and over the next few days I'm going to share with you the other parts. The key parts, because I think there are so many women that I speak to that are facing the challenge of figuring out what to do next, and so I want to share with you the 4-step process that you can go through. So before I dive into step number 1, I just want to share that as a career and executive coach, I have been working with different women and I see patterns emerging, and what I've discovered is that it totally is possible for women to work in a way that works for them and their families, but many people think that it's not. And there are roles available and there are ways that people can work in the way that they want to work, but it can sometimes seem like those roles are not available, because when you search on the classic job boards you may not see many part-time or flexible roles available, and that might make you think that they're just not out there, but they are. And in some of the other parts to this series, I'm going to share with you how you can be finding those roles and tapping into the hidden job market. But yes, it is totally possible. But there are 2 camps that people fall into. So I realise that there are some women who say they are the kind of wait and see and hope for the best type, who will just know kind of that they want to change, or kind of that they want to do something different with their career, but they are not going for it. So they're just waiting to see what happens, hoping that the right opportunity will come up, and just waiting. And then there are the other type of women who are the action takers and the go-getters, who are saying, I am taking control of my career, I know what it is that I want, or I'm going to figure out what it is that I want and then I'm going to go for it. So people fall within those 2 camps, and of course the people that fall within the latter camp are more likely to move forward, take action and then get to where they want to go. It's important to make that distinction and help you to clarify which one you fall into. So are you in the kind of wait and see, hope for the best camp, or are you an action taker? So type in below and let me know how you feel you are at this stage. I have worked with different people who are in different phases and can move from one phase to the other. So I recently worked with a client who decided to go from seeing how things go to actually taking action, and she got amazing results because she went from feeling stuck for a very long time to actually landing her ideal role in her ideal industry and feeling so excited about the work that she's going to be doing, because now she's going to be feeling far more fulfilled. So even if you are thinking, okay, maybe I should be taking more action, you totally can. It's never too late. So just think about that. So the first thing I want to share with you, so step number 1 to finding work that you love. I'm just referring back to my slides, which is why I'm clicking here. First step that I'm going to share with you this evening is that you need to get really clear on your vision. So what is it that you want? Now, when people start thinking about job searching and they think about changing jobs or changing directions or finding something new in terms of industry, they start by thinking about the job. They start by thinking about the role that they're going to move into, and then they say, okay, well, what role will I go to, or what should I do, or what roles are out there? But actually take a step back from that. And the first step in terms of your vision is figuring out what it is you want your life to look like. So think of it holistically. So what kind of lifestyle do you want? Is it a flexible working lifestyle where you spend certain number of days a week with your children? Is it that you want to work in a certain type of environment or with a certain type of people? What is the vision for you? So think about your week. What do you want your week to look like? What do you want your day to look like? And when you start doing that, that's going to help you on on a bigger level to think, okay, this is where I see myself, and then you can go from there to figure out, well, what are the roles that would fit in with that? So what kind of role should I be doing, or what should I be seeking that's going to help me to paint that picture? And there's just a few trends that I wanted to highlight for you. When you're creating that vision, often people can get a bit restrictive with it. So instead of really painting the vision that they want, they start to think, oh yeah, well that's not really possible, so I won't even dream of it, or I won't even think about that being the vision that I put out there. But there are some trends that are encouraging for you as a working mum, or soon to be working mum. Um, there has been a lot of focus recently over the last couple of years back to the workplace, and the government and many organisations recognising that there is a huge talent pool that is untapped. So the women who have worked really hard in their careers, got to a certain level and then gone on maternity leave, start a family, and then feeling like they can't get back in because they aren't able to work maybe as flexibly as they would like. And so you have all of these women who are incredibly talented and incredibly skilled that are at home and don't necessarily want to be at home, but they feel like there's no choice. So there's this untapped resource, and people are starting to recognise that, and companies are starting to realise that we have this talent pool that we can pull from. And so if you are in that talent pool, there's opportunity for you, as people are recognising that we don't necessarily have to work in the traditional way anymore, and that agile working, flexible working, compressed hours, remote working, all of that can help to allow people who have a family and want to raise their family to still use their skills within the marketplace. And so with that said, you shouldn't feel like it isn't possible for you to go back if you have been feeling stuck. There is a way, and yeah, people are more receptive, employers are being more receptive, so you should totally use that to your advantage. So don't feel restricted when you're mapping out your vision. And then the other thing is that people are creating their own flexibility. So even if you feel like you can't get back to what you were doing before, or you don't want to, or that the industry isn't really that accepting of the type of flexibility that you want, there are people that are standing up and saying, do you know what, if I can't go back on a flexible basis in the way that I would like, I'm going to create my own flexibility. And that's happening in different ways. So in terms of people working as consultants or freelancers, that's happening a lot more. So for example, there's industries such as legal, like my background and my industry, where it's more traditional, so you wouldn't necessarily expect it, but freelancing is becoming more commonplace, and there's a lot of lawyers that are becoming freelance lawyers, and the SRA have recently approved freelance working and acknowledged it as a way of working in the same way as you would work as a lawyer in private practice. And so that shift in mindset and that shift in perspective is just demonstrating how much more people are looking at different ways of working. So that applies in the legal industry. In whatever industry you're in, it's likely that you could figure out a way to freelance. So that's one option. And then the other thing is people deciding they're just going to start their own businesses, and they're going to do something completely different, and they're going to get started. And there's the rise of the mumpreneur, whether you like that phrase or not. It's essentially mum entrepreneurs who are starting businesses so that they can create the lifestyle that they want. And so if you are in the space of thinking any of this is not possible for you, it totally is. You just need to look around and see that there are people that are doing the very thing that you may think that wouldn't be possible. So don't restrict yourself when you're setting out your vision. Just really think about the type of lifestyle that you would want, and then once you shift your mindset from thinking I couldn't do that to how could I do that, you're going to start to look for opportunities and ways that you can make it happen, and you can totally make it happen. So yeah, so that's part one I want to share with you. The first thing is your vision. So start thinking about your vision. What do you want life to look like in your post-baby career? And I'm going to be back with you tomorrow, where I'm going to share with you step two, and share this video with anyone who you think would find this useful, anyone who's feeling a bit stuck with their career choices and their decisions and transitions at the moment, and share that with them. I'm going to post a link below because we have just opened the doors on my monthly membership community called The Collective, and this is a monthly membership for women who want to build careers that they love whilst raising a family, women who are looking for career fulfillment without sacrificing the time and energy that they want to invest in raising their family. So we have this community of awesome women who have come together from different parts of the world to support one another, and then we have coaching, training, and support from me in my experience as an executive coach, as a mother, as a lawyer. I'm bringing that all in, and in The Collective we are working together so we can together rise and get to where where we want to go as an ambitious working mum. So if that sounds good to you and you want to get involved, I've put the link to the information below. The doors are only open for the next few days, so if you want to jump in now, and I'd love to welcome you. But yeah, I'll be back again tomorrow sharing with you more about the steps you could take to finding work that you love. All right, that's all from me. Bye.